One of the goals of this channel is to make this place a hub for Kingdom fans to come and enjoy Kingdom content whenever they want. And today I'm going to be talking strategy because Kingdom is one of the series that just has some impressive strategies just need to be talked about more. And today I'll be covering 5 interesting strategies, a part to what I believe is going to be a 4-part series of some of the best strategies that I enjoy in the series so far. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, during one of the most hyped, if not the best hype in the Kingdom story so far, the Coalition Invasion arc, we witnessed Mou Bu implementing the echelon strategy to reach the supreme commander of the Hyou army. Now, Mou Bu, known as a meat for brains general who just wants to prove that he's the strongest in all of China, takes Shoei Kun's advice and executes the strategy to perfection. Now, this is how it works. Mou Bu starts by sending out a couple of soldiers to create a weak point on the enemy's front lines. Then he sends a diagonal front line that attacks and mounts pressure on one side of the enemy forces, creating gaps as the enemy scrambles to respawn. But there is one glaring weakness to this strategy. If the enemy reinforces the area being attacked, it can easily neutralize the strategy. The true general is confident in their ability to quickly label Mou Bu as a fool for relying on such a predictable tactic. But that's exactly what Shohei Kun planned for. As the Hyou army reinforced their front lines, Mou Bu used the opportunity to make a direct path towards Kanmei's main camp. The strategy wasn't about outsmarting the Hyou, it was about paving a way for Mou Bu to unleash his raw strength where it mattered the most. Boy, did he deliver in one of the most epic fights in the Kingdom story so far, Kanmei vs. Mou Bu.
なんだ一体奇遇だな。俺も中華最強の自負がある。貴様もそうだというのなら決めねばなるまい。どちらが本物の男かをな。
From brute strength paired with cunning advice, let's shift our battlefield artistry to Karin, who nearly ended the coalition invasion quite early on with this one strategy. I believe Karin is one of the strongest strategies in the whole of the Kingdom series, rivaling both Riboku and Shoei-kun, and even Kan can just share ability, because this smokes and mirrors strategy she pulls off was nothing short of impressive. But let's get into it. First, she introduces war elephants that mesmerize and captivate everyone on the battlefield. As all the attention is on the elephants, they don't realize that Karin has already surrounded To's main camp, creating an immediate threat on the battlefield. Like that's not enough, he then makes her approach on the battlefield, feigning an attack on To's camp, then redirecting her attention to Mou Bu, and then retreating back. And now in the midst of all the chaos, no one realized that she had actually slipped 5,000 of her elite soldiers to go and open the gates of Kankoku Pass that the Qin were desperately fighting to defend. And if it weren't for Olsen's timely intervention, the invasion would have been successful and Qin would have been destroyed right then and there.
そういえばカリン将軍直下の精鋭部隊5000の姿が消えている。
お前らはみんな全然見えてねえんだよ。千蔵さんから始まり包囲し、私自ら撃って出て隣の戦場に赴いた。全部まやかし、全部ただの目くらばしさ。本命は今頃もう目的地に着いてるってお話さ。
Now from the large-scale deception, let's move to a more cynical and more personal strategy. One that's silent, surgical, and absolutely devastating for the opposition. Now, Rinko, one of Zhao's 3 great heavens, is a wise and fierce general. Now, during one of his campaigns, he executes a strategy to cripple the enemies from the inside out, using Rinko, one of his top 4 generals who's a master swordsman. And under the cover of night, Rinko infiltrates the enemy camp silently assassinating commanders and generals, resulting into a destruction in the chain of command within the army. And an army without leadership is like a snake without a head, confused and disorganized and also vulnerable. And while Rinko's strategy breaks an army's will through fear, our next strategy achieves victory without a single drop of blood being shed. Now, in the ongoing Han campaign led by Great General To manages to take the city of Nanyo without fighting a single battle. He was tasked to conquer Han in little time with very few casualties, with an army of 160,000 soldiers. But then you ask, how did he achieve this without even fighting a single battle? Well, quite simple, he simply did not fight. Let me explain. The city of Nanyo is defended by 70,000 soldiers, led by Han's second strongest general. These are all elite soldiers, well trained, and are ready to defend the city. So what To does is sends the first army of 60,000, led by General Rishin, to approach the city of Nanyo. Nanyo likes their odds and believes that they can take on the 60,000 soldiers led by Rishin. Then, another army of 100,000 soldiers appears behind General To, making a grand total of 160,000 troops approaching. But still, Nanyo likes their odds and believe that they can defend against the oncoming Qin invasion. Then another army of another 100,000 soldiers appears behind Great General To. Now, with these overwhelming numbers, the Han government believes that Nanyo is going to be lost and they will lose a key piece in their second strongest general being defeated meaninglessly at Nanyo. So they decide to evacuate without even clashing blades. But there's even another twist to the story. It turns out that the Qin army didn't have 260 soldiers to send. As I already told you, they only had 160. The other 100 were just unqualified personnel whom they recruited along the way, create the illusion of a strong, invincible army is coming. And with that, it was a resounding success and Nanyo was taken quite easily without anyone dying. And now from this psychological tactic, let's move on to a strategy that's just pure dusty. Our final strategy comes from my favorite genre in the Kingdom story, Hyou. Now, Hyou is without a doubt one of the most iconic characters in Kingdom so far. His chaotic, almost primal style of warfare feels reckless, but behind that wild grin of his is a man who without a doubt understands the battlefield better than anyone else. And back during the coalition invasion, at the start of it all, the Chu army is tasked with delivering the opening blow, rallying the momentum behind the coalition army. But Hyou, on the other hand, had no intentions of waiting. See, as the Chu were on mid-ceremony, Hyou leads a charge straight into the attack, blowing off their rhythm and completely throwing them into disarray. This single act shifted the momentum of the battle, catching the Chu off guard, catching the entire coalition army off guard, and rallying the Qin forces behind Hyou's boldness. It's moments like this that just define Hyou and cement him as one of my favorite characters in the entire story. Because look at his character design, just sick. His brand of war, bro, just unorthodox. Then his ability to just derail enemy plans, legendary, just absolutely legendary. And with that, we have reached the end of the 5 strategies I promised you. If you've reached this far in the video, thank you for watching. And I kindly request that if you're not subscribed, sub to the channel, share the video with a friend, because I want to get as many people into the Kingdom story. Don't forget to like and comment, and with that,
Kevin, you're an idiot.
Stay with me, you can find out. Shawty bad, but I don't need her right now. Out she busy cooking in my hideout. She a girl, but she chilling with me somehow. Nah, stick with me, you can find out.